The thing about cottagecore is, it's not a clothing subculture with set rules like punk or Lolita. Rather, it's a visual aesthetic that is like a lived-out Pinterest board, a movement entirely sustained by the online community. Despite its lack of rules, everyone usually knows cottagecore when they see it. You can easily make it bend to your personal style. What you see in this video is simply my version and interpretation of the aesthetic. There isn't really a wrong way to do cottagecore. However, it is often characterized by softness, both in silhouette and in color. Clothes are often found in earth tones or pastel color palettes. Though it could easily be mistaken for similar movements that like to harken back to an imagined past where things were quote-unquote simpler, complete with very strict gender roles, cottagecore is entirely within a realm of fantasy, and its participants are aware of that. Some of its aspects come and lived in the real world and in our lives, but the dream of a small village of cabins in the woods remains in the realm of TikTok and books, and that is part of the appeal. In the real world, positions of power and professionalism have traditionally been held by men, and people wishing to enter these spheres have often had to conform to the ideals of masculinity to be taken with any amount of seriousness. That's not to say that masculine clothing cannot be empowering to some. It absolutely can. Many felt constricted as children when they were forced to wear pink, floofy dresses. But we fought so hard in the 20th century to be able to wear men's clothing and to be seen as equals professionally that the pendulum has swung in the other way. In a culture where we all have to appeal to the ideals of masculinity, masculinity is the default. There is a reason that traditionally feminine traits like kindness, crying, dresses, makeup, even the color pink, are easily dismissed as illogical, silly, and vain. These are, of course, completely created binaries. Men cry and women get angry. Because these traits aren't associated with traditional masculinity, however, they are looked down upon. In an almost reclamation of femininity, cottagecore's unrepentant frilliness allows its participants a kind of freedom away from the male gaze. It is a way to create one's own safe environment away from elements of toxic masculinity. It does not seek to modify behavior or somehow make one become more ladylike. It is about having the freedom to be our true, authentic selves, uncaring if the outside world might dismiss it as childish. We are often told we need to have specific jobs or live a specific lifestyle in order to be worthy individuals befitting of dignity. Our world and our culture values efficiency, production, and consumption above all else. The aesthetic, contrastingly, values slowness and appreciation for the mundane, and a love of nature and fantasy. There is also an element of cottagecore that is just a deep love for beauty and aesthetic. As the 21st century demonstrates more and more chaos and ingrained injustice in our society, cottagecore determinedly looks for mundane beauty to appreciate. As the Irish poet and author Oscar Wilde put it, those who find ugly meanings in beautiful things are corrupt without being charming. This is a fault. Those who find beautiful meanings in beautiful things are the cultivated. For these there is hope. They are the elect, to whom beautiful things mean only beauty. Common cottagecore hobbies include crafting, gardening, baking, embroidery, and reading. I myself have recently been learning to sew. Side note, but the book I have in these shots is David Copperfield by Charles Dickens, a book I have not read.
You're not Charles Dickens.
I am too!
Anyway, these are all somewhat time-consuming and incredibly tactile hobbies. They are also not activities that we are told people have inherent talent for, like visual art, while with each incarnation a new something is created. There is an inherent satisfaction and pride in making things with one's own hands, as well as the incredibly visible improvement when one compares past projects. As most lovers of cottagecore live in cities, these hobbies help bring some of the more down-to-earth aspects of country living into our busy lives. In this way, it has a lot in common with the Romantic movement of the 19th century. It isn't about longing for a time before technology. In fact, cottagecore would not exist without technology. It is through technology that cottagecore TikToks, recipes, style guides, and videos like this are shared. Cottagecore is, above all else, about community. It wants us all to feel like Mr. Bilbo Baggins of Bag End, having tea and scones next to his warm fire, while also having the easy convenience and connection that the internet provides.
Look. It broke, like it literally snapped off. I don't know how to fix this besides maybe glue. Focus, come on. It's not focusing. Why? Well, I guess I won't do the last outfit. I'm not sure how I would do that. Okay, we're one outfit short. Cool, just imagine it in your mind. It's the second time I've burped on camera today. Boom.